Hello, Commanders, and welcome back to Elite Dangerous Return from Beagle Point. Don't really have a topic of discussion for today, so we're just going to kind of chill and enjoy jumping and scanning and doing all of that stuff in relative, I don't want to say relative silence, but I don't really have too much to say. We're just going to try to get as much done as we can. But before we do all of that, as always, I'd like to welcome any new viewers who are just joining the journey right now. We went all the way out to Beagle Point, having started our journey way over here at the bubble, passing through the center of the galaxy, hit over here to where Beagle Point is at the very edge of the or towards the edge of the galaxy, anyways. Came all the way back through the center. We're currently back right here on our way back to the bubble. So that's what we're doing. That's the overall trip that we've been doing. The reason that we did the trip was primarily to increase our exobiology rank to the elite status, as well as hopefully to accrue enough money to be able to purchase a fleet carrier, outfit it, and then take it out into the black to do all kinds of cool stuff. So that's the journey that we've been doing and the why. And yeah, we got a couple hundred more jumps until we hit our next waypoint, and then probably another couple hundred jumps, or maybe another 100 jumps after that, to get back to the bubble. So let's say 300-ish or more, 300 to 400 jumps left before we're back and have found our way back to home and the ability to purchase that fleet carrier. Let's see, we'll check this system and see if there's anything interesting in it. Generally with these low intensity stars, it's almost always ice planets, as you can see there. We're looking for high metal content worlds with at least 2 biological signatures on it, because that gives us the highest chance of getting the lovely stratum tectonicus that gives us 90 million credits every time, assuming we get the first footfall, obviously. Like I said, I didn't really have a topic for the video today. I usually try to have something to talk about while we're doing this, but I just wasn't able to come up with anything. I'm kind of on my Friday, and I'm gonna have a couple of days off from recording, and my brain is just kind of fried at this point, so it'll be nice to have a couple of days to recover, and hopefully by then I'll have a decent number of topics to cover. At the same time, especially if you're a regular viewer and you like watching these videos, be sure to let me know in the comments if you have things you'd like me to talk about, different video games you'd like to hear about, or just philosophical topics that I tend to cover, things like that. You know, I'm all about having interactions for these videos. It's not just me here sharing the limited amount of wisdom that I've accrued over the course of my life. We can certainly talk about it, and I will try to respond to you know, serious discussion comments in serious discussion in the comment section. That's what I was trying to say. But for this episode, you know, I'll try to talk as much as I can. Just to, there we go, biological source. We want at least 2 though, because that's just going to be bacteria almost certainly. I'll try to keep talking about things, try to keep the vocals going, just so it doesn't get all quiet and boring and all of that. It doesn't look like we're gonna find. I mean, we have a chance. Let's see, those are rocky ice worlds. All right. Well, unfortunately, we're not gonna find a high metal content body with biology on it in this system, but hopefully in some of the upcoming systems we will be able to. Like I said, it'll be a lot better if we can get some discussion going too. Like, I don't necessarily have to have single episodes where I discuss a topic. We can revisit topics and things like that. Just let me know what you want to hear about, and I'll try to give you my take on it, outside of, say, politics and religion, and, you know, the things that really tend to polarize people. I'm not interested in having hateful discussions about things. I'm interested in, you know, talking about interesting things, you know, video game related stuff, whatever. System scan complete. 2 bodies in this system. That means we're not going to be able to scan anything, so we'll just get our fuel scooping done and start charging for the next system. So, realistically, unless something pops into my head to talk about while we're doing this, it's going to be a relatively boring episode as far as like dialogue and conversation goes. But who knows what we'll find along the way. With any luck, we'll find ourselves some decent either 4, 5, or 6 biological sources on a body or something like that, or we'll find ourselves some stratum tectonicus and add another, you know, nearly 100 million credits to our bank account. That'll be pretty sweet, assuming we don't die. I gotta be really extra careful on this last leg of the journey. Not because it's any more dangerous than anything I've found so far. It's just after so many weeks out here in the black, you know, traveling and doing all of this stuff, there's a natural impatience that comes with that, and it's easy to start doing stupid things in an effort to you know, kind of rush things along. And then you make some kind of dumb mistake, you destroy your ship, and you lose all the data you collected, and you end up having to go back to the center of the galaxy, because that's the last place we were able to dock. So yeah, definitely don't want that to happen. That would be really annoying and frustrating, because I want to get to 7 billion credits by the time we get back to the bubble, and that's not really something you can shortcut. I'd have to actually go back through and scan everything again. I can't just like hurry up and get back to where I was, because there was things that we scanned along the way there. I can't skip all of that. And the reason I want 7 billion credits is it's 5 billion to purchase a fleet carrier, and then another, I don't know, it's another significant chunk of change to outfit it with the different modules that I'm going to want to put into it. And then I just want to have a nice chunk of change left over after all of that to make sure I'm able to make the payments for a very long time. So I feel like 7 billion credits is probably a good number. A good number to get us, you know, purchased and outfitted and more or less ready to hold on to it for a while. Ideally, I mean, I guess we can start thinking about the plan for the future of this series. Geological, we're looking for biological. I'd be interested in maybe trying to do a weekly live stream where we jump the carrier, because my plan is that we're already done. My plan is that we're going to we'll move the carrier once a week or something like that, and then the videos in between moving it will be me jumping to different systems and exploring, maybe doing some mining, maybe doing some exploring or mining. That's pretty much the only two things I'm going to be able to do. Because we're not going to be able to trade, we're not going to be able to do combat or any of that stuff unless we happen to come across a system that does that. I do want to have all of my ships with me so that if we come across maybe, say, like a Guardian site or something like that, I'm able to go down there and blast stuff. But even then, you know, combat isn't really going to be that much of a thing for the things that we're going to be doing. So ideally, we'll be jumping once a week, and then we'll explore the systems around wherever our carrier is, and then, you know, move on to the next area. I realize that we don't have to be on the carrier to have it actually jump, but you know, I want to be on the carrier when it jumps and enjoy that process of, you know, watching it jump and do all of that. So that's kind of my thought process. I don't know that we're necessarily going to have a destination in mind. I mean, maybe we can pick one. That would probably be something that would be open to my channel members to help make decisions as to where we're going to go. I want to give you guys as many benefits as I can possibly provide you to make your contributions to the channel as worth it as possible. Thus far, I haven't really had much of an opportunity to do that kind of a thing, but, you know, at some point I would like to make it so that you're outside of just because you like my content and you want to support it. I want to try to give you guys a little bit more in the way of you know, interactions for your contributions. So ideally, we'll make it so that we do the weekly live stream, which will be something that everybody can participate in. But then, you know, channel members will be able to, or channel members, or we'll figure it out when we get there. Channel members or people who are contributing in more than just adding a sub to the channel will have the ability to, you know, help determine the fate of the journey. That's kind of what I'm getting to. High metal content world. Let's see if we can find ourselves biology. That would be nice. Nope. I'm confused. It's telling me that it's telling me that there's something here, but then it doesn't let me see anything. All right, there we go. It says there's still some more high metal content worlds here, so let's oh, is that a rocky body? Geological. A lot of geological stuff going on in this system, which is, you know, which is cool, but it's not really what we're looking for. Still more rocky bodies in time. more geological stuff happening. Really not interested in... I mean, I am interested in rocky bodies if they have a... If they have some biological 4. There we go. That's what we're looking for. So we'll go ahead... Well, another biological 4. They really like to have the biological planets, like, right... It's 3 in a row. Well, we know where we're going to be for a while. Another biological one there. Okay. Realistically, the other ones are probably going to be in a system that's far, far away, so we're just going to go ahead and go over to these over here. There's 3 planets with 4 biological signatures on it, so yeah. We're definitely going to be in this system for the rest of this... episode, and possibly into the next one. Depends on how long it takes us to actually find things, get into the planet, get the scans done, hop out, and then, you know, by then, whatever. It takes as long as it takes. And the sucky thing is that we're going to get to the point where I'm going to have 2 days off after this, so I may not even remember by the time I get there. So whatever. I have memory issues. I forget things very quickly. So we're going to get over... Oh, might have to go back to full throttle after that. Takes a long time to get there on flight assist modes, or the... What's it called? Super Cruise Assist. There's a lot of decisions about this game that I disagree with. No reason you couldn't full throttle this all the way in and still be in flight Super Cruise Assist mode. I think it's stupid that they give you a 25% throttle penalty to be able to use an automated system like this. Kind of dumb. But that's the design philosophy for the people who make the game. They feel like anything that makes the game easier for you should come at some kind of a penalty, and I don't know. I fundamentally disagree with that philosophy. The only things that should be made more difficult are things that give you a direct reward, such as, you know, fighting things. If you're getting something that's making fighting things easier, then obviously that's a direct reward because you directly get money out of that. And, you know, I got too busy not paying attention. Loop of shame time. Oops. That's another thing that really irritates me, is this whole having to do a loop of shame thing because you spaced out for half a second. Like the system seriously can't figure out adjusting the parameters to allow you to just kind of get in without having to do all this ridiculousness. The lack of automation in flying in this game is really... I disagree with the principle of it, or the premise of it. It's like, it's supposed to be a fighter in space. It was supposed to be like a fighter plane in space thing. That's stupid. That's a stupid thought process. So we'll get close enough. We'll get our scans done. We'll get down to the planet. I don't care. I don't care. We're like not anywhere close to any of that. Why are we even being informed about it? That's kind of dumb.
Incoming message.
Yes, you're going to tell us that the thing was destroyed. Great, I don't care. We're not anywhere close enough to be able to do anything about it anyway. All right, so we can get our surface scanning done now. Or I mean, we could have done it a little bit ago, but I wasn't paying attention again. Find out what's on the surface of the planet, and then we'll get down there, scan some stuff. We might make this a short episode just because I don't really have enough time to get down there, scan, get out of the gravity well here, get to another one in the amount of time that we really have left. So we'll probably just go scan as much of this as we can and then call it good. I think we're going to focus on the tussock here because the concha is going to be kind of hard to get to. It usually is. And for Texas, seems to be all over the place. So this seems to be like a happy medium between... I'm just trying to look and see. It looks like the tussock and the concha are all kind of in the same areas. So I'm going to go ahead and use the concha on the off chance that maybe we get lucky. Maybe we get lucky and we land, because I'm going to go to this. I'm going to go to this one here, and maybe we'll get lucky and there will be concha that's easy to get to, and then tussock right next to it, and then for Texa, even right around that too. Like if we can find a place where there's a bunch of stuff all in the same area, that would be pretty nice. But this little strip up here at our 12 o'clock seemed to have pretty much everything, at least in the heat maps, everything was kind of overlapping. So we'll hop down into this area and just hope for the best. Get into the glide, get down to the surface, and do a bunch of scanning. So yeah, here we go. Looks, I'm not sure how flat all of this is going to be. It'll be really nice if it's relatively flat, though. I mean, it's kind of okay. There's a lot of crevices, but at the same time, it seems like these flat tops here are a little bit seem to be a little bit level, relatively level anyway. Let's get our night vision turned on so that hopefully we can see some outlines for stuff. Then I'm sure my camera is going to start delaying, but that's all right. Oh no, come on, I keep seeing blue. Come on. So that looks like it might be for Texa, but I can't tell. We'll just have to wait and see. Tussock generally looks more like grass and not bushes. So I'm assuming this is for Texa. Yep, Frutexifera, green. So we gotta find a couple more of those. Hopefully we'll find some concha over here. We'll see. Wouldn't hold my breath. Try to stay as low to the ground as we can. I want to make sure I get far enough away, though, so... Let's, That might be some Frutexa right in front of us. There's a tiny little spot there. So hopefully that'll be it. We'll go a little further, find another source of Frutexa. And then we can mark that off the list and we don't have to pay attention to it anymore. Yes, this is Frutexa. So we'll grab this, get one more, and then we'll look around for maybe some concha. It'd be really nice if we could get all 4 species on this one. That'd be pretty sweet. It's very rare that we get all of the species on a planet. Most of the time I'll get half, maybe 3/4 of whatever is on there, and then we end up moving on because we got unlucky and whatever the last thing is just didn't spawn in the area that we, or it wasn't generated in the area where we are now. That's the concha. Okay, can we get some Frutexa down here? Because these are all going to be concha. All right. Is that concha? All right, this is Frutexa, and then we have concha nearby, so hopefully we can land here. The angle might be too oh, nope, right there. It was letting me do it a second ago. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So we'll be able to get we'll get the Frutexa right here, finish that off, and then we'll get the concha, and it looks like anywhere down in these little valley areas we're going to be able to find concha. So we got concha right there. The last of our Frutexa right here. Very nice when we're able to get 2 species right next to each other. I don't even have to hop back in the spaceship to do that. I got a bug flying in front of my face. All right, so that takes care of that. We'll get this guy here. Okay. What does that look like to you? I'm going to say this every time we come across these, and I use that phrase intentionally. What does that look like to you? I had people saying one of my video titles was clickbait because I referenced what that looks like. All right. So we need 2 more of those, and then we can move on to whatever the next thing is. So I'm going to try to stay down in this little valley here. And hope that we find more of the concha down over here. Looks like it's a lot of Frutexa, though. I can't... Oh, there we go, right there. There's two of them sitting right there. So I just gotta find some more... Come on. Let me find a landing spot. There we go. Grab this and move on. Come on! That's 2 out of 3. And continuing on. I haven't seen any tussock yet, though, and that's a little frustrating. But the problem is that anytime you have something that's spread out over the entire planet, then, at least according to the heat map, you're going to struggle to find it sometimes, because the heat map doesn't mean that it's there, it just means that it has a chance to be there. Oh, are they going to make me go back into that other area? Because the ground color has changed, which to me usually means that whatever we're trying to find is going to change. Yeah, I think we need to go back to the lighter colored area and hope that we find one more that's far enough away. So we'll kind of go over here to the left. And ideally these guys will be far enough away from this other stuff, because I think we were over there to the right. So ideally this is far enough away. I think we'll look for bacteria next, since that's going to be the easiest thing to spot, but I don't know. The other two things, sometimes they just don't spawn anywhere near where you are. So that takes care of the... And it even used labia. I mean, come on. What are we supposed to... Like, it's not clickbait to make a sexual reference to that. I mean, come on. It's just not. Stupid. Alright, so now, like I said, I haven't seen anything that looks like bacteria yet, but we're gonna head off in this direction and see if maybe something will stand out, and if not, then whatever, we'll call it a day. Because we still have 2 other planets to go to, and that's gonna take a whole episode to do. That's Frutexa. Yeah, it's kind of frustrating the way that the biology works. So I think we'll try to go over that set of ridge line there. And if we don't find anything on the other side of the ridge line, we'll just go ahead and be done. So, that being said, I'll get a little bit higher of a vantage point because the bacteria patches generally tend to pop up a little further away than some of the other more 3D modeled stuff does. Just trying to see if this different color over here might have some different biology in it. Ah, there we go. Is this the tussock? No, I think it's Frutexa. I can't tell. I mean, it doesn't look like the same kind of bushy stuff, but let's check it out anyway and see if maybe we got lucky. Oh yeah, that's definitely okay. So we found our tussock. The only thing after that's gonna be the bacteria. So we'll try to stay inside this extra light colored area here, and hopefully we'll be able to find tussock pinnatus. Hopefully we'll be able to find samples that are far enough away from each other that it's not going to be a problem. keep an eye out. Come on. Ah, here we go. That should be far enough away. Well, when in doubt, use the ground. As long as you have shields, it doesn't hurt to use them for their intended purpose, which is absorbing damage. Come on. All right, we'll find one more, and then after we finish this, we'll fly around for a minute and see if we can find any bacterial samples. But to be perfectly honest with you, very few of the bacterias are worth any amount of time at all. Just need one more. I saw a patch kind of fly under me a second ago, but we always have to remember that you have to get enough distance, and without third-party tools, it can be hard to know sometimes if you've gone far enough. I am aware that there's a third-party tool I could use to make this a little bit easier, but it doesn't make it easier enough to justify to me having something else running in the background. I just don't want to deal with it. Something that helped point me towards the next source or whatever like that, that would be worth running in the background. But something that just keeps track of what we've already done, I don't care enough. Or that's not enough of a benefit for me to have to download and install and run something else in the background in addition to everything else we're already doing. Don't really need the night vision at this point to find bacteria, but unfortunately we do need to get to another spot where there's going to be some relatively flat ground, because bacteria does not spawn on these ridges and stuff, so we're going to have to get some distance over here, and then hope that we see some bacteria. But a lot of times it won't stand out. It's really easy when you get bacteria that's a very different color than the stuff that's around it, but it doesn't seem like that's going to be the case this time. So I think we're going to go ahead and land and call it good. I don't want to spend too much more time on this. So anyways, hopefully you guys had lots of fun. Be sure to click the like button if you did, so that the YouTube algorithm will know, and send the video out to as many people as possible. If you're not a subscriber, please consider doing so now, so that when the next video comes out, it will show up in your feed, and you'll be able to watch it as soon as it becomes available. Channel members get early access to all of my content, so be sure to click that join button, check out the list of options available there, and decide if any of those are right for you. If you're not interested in a membership but would like to support the channel, you can always leave YouTube's version of a tip with that thanks button. Direct contributions are greatly appreciated and a critical component to helping to turn this channel into a full-time gig, which is the dream. So again, thank you very much for your time. Hope you guys are enjoying the flights. Be sure to come back for that next episode, and I'll see you then.